Greetings, fellow YouTubers. Today is February 9th, 2010. I have some additional information to tell you. First off, signs in the sky. And the next talks about the sun, how it had went through a pole shift on January 29th, 2010. And I believe this day marks the day of the crossing of Nibiru. I surely do believe that all clues that have been left for us are now in plain view. First, did the sun flip its poles? Answer, it surely did. Next, is there a planet of the crossing? Planet X? Yes. Next, what signs and clues have you observed? My first clues came from Nassim Haramein, when he stated that the Vatican owns most of the observatories looking at our sun. Why? I then started watching the sun over a period of 2 months. I observed the poles of the sun race to its center, short circuit, then repel in an X fashion, and with that, a clear image of a pole shift, or flip. Clues keep coming to me. The number 12, for instance, the 12 apostles, 12 hours in a day, 12 months, 12 constellations. Next clue came to me early this morning when I was driving on the bus to get off the coast, and the sun was coming up and the moon was shining very brightly, and it's that kind of moon that looks like a banana now. It looks like two horns if you turn them on its side. So another clue. How is there a significance to what the sun looks like while it's coming off of the wolf moon of January 29th, and this is the biggest moon in 22 years, and it's coming off of that, so it marks to me a special occasion. In other words, it's giving me the clue that as it recedes and when it becomes new again and full, we should be out of the woods. What I expect is the Earth poles to flip also, and with clues from the Coral Castle and many, many, many other clues. They're starting to make a lot more sense. Edley Scalman had left clues. One clue that you may take into consideration is his little Valentine that he left for his sweet 16. What is the significance of the heart and the Valentine? We will see. You know what I think. That Valentine's Day marks the day. So another clue that he had left was to ring the bell twice, 2 times, and then drop below 10 cents, with the cents slightly off 10 degrees. People have assumed that it's a pole flip. I certainly agree. Everything that Lee Scalman has learned, he learned from his grandfather, who was also a Mason. Therefore, they knew, and they do know, all the secrets of magnetism, which our ancestors learned and placed those pyramids there to warn us. And they also left text and writings that have been deciphered, but yet hidden from us. The conclusions of the works are hidden from us. So what does ringing the bell mean? Drop below 10 degrees. The first ringing of the bell, in my opinion, was an earthquake that hit Japan. It coincides with the day of the sun's pole reversal. The one in Haiti, the earthquake in Haiti, led up to this, because during that time the sun was going through a lot of stress as it flips its poles. So it's also putting a lot of stress on the core of the earth. And so the second ringing of the bell I was expecting today, which is the 9th, which I figured was another sacred number. And there was no earthquake. But the next earthquake, that's going to come after this little snowstorm we have. And that should be the time when the earth completes its flip. Now, if you look across the horizon on the east coast, after the sun goes down, you see the 3 stars that line up across the horizon. They're stretched out pretty far, and they kind of go. The one in the center is a little bit higher, which I believe is Sirius, and the 2 on the side start with a C, Cetus, or Cetus minor and Cetus major. So there's 3 sixes there. Cetus, Cetus, Cetus. So anyways, that's not important. But it is, because I believe that those 3 stars are now aligned with the pyramids in Gaza. The pyramids in Gaza, those pyramids were not reflection of Orion's belt, but are indeed a reflection of the 3 sixes, those stars that are stretched across the horizon. Pretty sure that the light is shining through into the pyramids at one point very soon. And you know what that means. The alignment seems to match perfectly what the Mayans had predicted. The solar alignment, the moon, and Valentine's Day. And Ed Lee Scalman dropped 10 degrees. Maybe the 10 represents 2010 rather than 2012. So, people just take necessary precautions within the next few days, and Valentine's Day, and even the day after. And if all turns out well, we need to understand that there must have been a miracle. There must have been some intervention, and all is not lost. But on the other hand, you can't take so many chances in life. If there are warnings, sometimes it's necessary to heed those warnings, as I do feel that time is now. We're being deceived by the Vatican, by scientists all over the world, by all these countries and governments. Look, we have scientific instruments that can tell us what is going on, but they are not giving us that information.